All right, all right. Okay. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's see. So we got some articles that I want to dive into, and then we're gonna hop on ranked on Marvel Rivals. Some big news in tech. Some big news in tech. OpenAI finally has a real serious competitor. We about to get into that though. Let's see. Why DeepSeek is hitting tech stocks hard, including Nvidia. So even Nvidia stock is getting shafted by this. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit on my end. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got DeepSeek in the tech industry. The markets are red and DeepSeek might be to blame. DeepSeek has caused chaos in the market and already has a new competitor. Wait, DeepSeek already has a new competitor. Today could be a very red day in the stock market and DeepSeek might be to blame. China's AI startup DeepSeek has captured the attention of enthusiasts ever since it's launched its latest reasoning AI model, DeepSeek R1. It's just as smart or even more capable than competing models, including OpenAI's top model, while charging a lot less for AI access. This is huge. This is huge because it means it requires less resources for them to get the same results that OpenAI, the leading competition or competitor, is getting. That's big. It's free to use as a web or smartphone app, and it's available as open source, meaning you can use it locally and fine tune it as you wish without worrying about the privacy implications or Chinese censorship. Damn. Okay, so locally, meaning you don't need to be connected to the internet. In a matter of days, DeepSeek proved to be so popular as to climb to the top as Apple's App Store. In a matter of days, surpassing OpenAI's ChatGPT as the most downloaded app. But for owners of Nvidia stock and stock traders in general, DeepSeek is on track for becoming a black swan, an unexpected event with extreme consequences. Early on Monday, Nvidia stock went down 13% in pre-market, trading at one point, threatening to wipe out more than $500 billion of Nvidia's market cap. That's crazy. As of this writing, Nvidia is at 125.95, roughly 11% down from its last traded price of 142, while Nasdaq is down 3.9% in pre-market trading. Damn. For those of y'all that don't know, Nvidia has been on a has been on a tear lately on the stock market. Like for those who follow stocks, they know like Nvidia has been the stock to buy. Hold on, what is this? Okay. Yeah, Nvidia has been the stock to buy for I don't know how long, ever since Nvidia has kind of broke away from the competition with AI, the introduction of AI, and with what they've been doing to their GPUs and all that. Like Nvidia has really been breaking away from the market. So to see a newcomer, DeepSeek, a new competitor, affect their stock like this, it is pretty big. It is pretty big. I wonder if this is going to have long-term implications, though, or if it's just like a flash in the pan. The reason why the market reacted so poorly to DeepSeek can be found in its cost and efficiency. Yeah, I figured that was the case because it's so cheap in comparison. While we don't know all the details about DeepSeek's budget, it apparently cost DeepSeek just $5.58 million to train its DeepSeek V3 model, and the company reportedly had 50,000 NVIDIA GPUs at its disposal. A respectable number, but still very low when compared to major US AI companies, which reportedly have more than 10 times that number. More than 10 times? So they're pumping out these results with 10 times less than what? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's looking a little shifty. I mean, China, in terms of tech, China is on a tear right now. I mean, DeepSeek, just by the price alone, It's huge, you know. Um, yeah, that's pretty crazy. So keep your eye out for this, because this could swing the markets even in a further direction if left unchecked. I wonder how OpenAI and Nvidia is going to respond to what's going on, but we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens. In ransomware news, there was a ransomware attack at Change Healthcare. Oh, sorry. There we go. There's a ransomware attack at Change Healthcare. A timeline. February 2024 ransomware attack on United Health owned health tech company Change Healthcare stands as the largest data breach of health and medical data in U.S. history. Its data breach affects approximately 190 million people in America, almost double the company's previous estimate. It's crazy. The company said that it has notified millions of individuals by mail that their personal and health information was stolen by cyber criminals and published a separate public notice for anyone whose contact information could not be found. Yeah. So February 21st was when it started in 2024. First report of outages. Let's see. February 29th, United Healthcare confirms it was hit by ransomware gang. March, United Health pays a ransom. They paid the ransom out, $22 million to hackers who then disappeared. In early March, ransomware gang vanished. The gang's leak site on dark web, which weeks earlier took credit for the cyber attack, was replaced with a seizure notice claiming that UK and US law enforcement took down. But both FBI and UK authorities denied taking down. Yeah, I mean, that's as fucked up as it is. That's pretty smart. They just they got their money and they dipped, but they put up the FBI notice as if they actually got taken down, but they didn't. All signs pointed to running off with it and pulling an exit scam. Yeah, the website has been seized. It hasn't been seized by anything. Damn, this is a lot of crime agencies. It's crazy. A fake law enforcement seizure notice posted on Black Hat's dark web link site, lead site. Wow, 22 million. Widespread disruption across U.S. healthcare amid fears of data breach, March 13th. I feel like I haven't heard about this until now. March 28th, U.S. government ups its bounty up to 10 million. April 15th, contractor forms new ransomware gang and publishes some stolen health data. April, United Health says ransomware hackers stole health data on a substantial portion of people in America. May 1st, United Health Group chief executive testifies that Change wasn't using basic cybersecurity. That's crazy. That is crazy. Perhaps unsurprisingly, when your company has had one of the biggest data breaches in recent history, its chief executive is bound to get called out to testify. He admitted that the hackers broke into Change Healthcare systems using a single set password on a user account not protected with multi-factor authentication. That's crazy. And something so simple can cause the whole building to tumble down. June 2024, UHG starts notifying affected hospitals and medical providers what data was stolen. Change Healthcare begins notifying known affected individuals by letter. October, United Health confirms at least 100 million people affected. December 16th, new details about Change hack emerge in Nebraska lawsuit. January this year, Change Healthcare says 190 people. Wow. So the number just keeps getting bigger as time goes on. On a Friday evening, almost a year after the cyber attack, United Health confirmed that the number of people in America who had private health information stolen in the data breach stands at 190 million. More than half of the population of the United States. It's crazy. The healthcare insurance giant said it planned to notify U.S. Department of Health and Human Services of the updated figure. Well, this might continue to evolve. That number might even continue to grow. But yeah, we'll also keep an eye on this to see what is happening as far as this concern. So it's been going on all of last year. I'm only just now becoming aware of it. If you have been affected, you probably already know. and you've been notified. Um, but yeah, we'll keep an eye out on this. I thought this was interesting as time goes on. Let's see. In Sony slash Xbox news, Xbox boss, let's see, wants fans to get used to PlayStation ports of its games. So this is starting to become a thing. This is going to be a thing. I could see it for the next 5 years and even the console generation afterwards. I'm starting to see the barriers between competition kind of dissolving or blurring a little bit. Microsoft's Phil Spencer has appeared in a new set of interviews, reiterating in no uncertain terms that Xbox games will continue to get PlayStation ports whether fans like it or not. Microsoft continues to face criticism for dropping exclusives in favor of multi-platform releases, in response to which Spencer has stressed that Xbox brand identity has evolved. They're not the same shit anymore. This console war is starting to evolve. This is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Only because I think fierce competition is what inspires growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, multi-platforms are great. Like, trust me, I love it, but I don't know. Let's keep reading. Expect Xbox games to show up in more and more places beyond PlayStation. When journalist Destin Ligari, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, asked Spencer if he can confirm that Starfield will remain an Xbox exclusive for the time being, the executive responded with a solid no. Spencer added that he doesn't see the need to gatekeep Xbox Game Studios titles because business success matters. Okay, interesting. Phil Spencer on Starfield exclusivity. Let's see.
Indiana Jones has an exclusivity window, to be fair. Can you solidify that Starfield's staying put for the time being?
No. Like, I'm not, there's no specific game that this kind of goes back to my red line answer. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no reason for me to put a ring fence around any game and say this game will not go to a place that it would find players, where it would have business success for us. What we find is we're able to drive a better business that allows us to invest in great game lineup like you saw. And that's our strategy, right? Our strategy is to allow our games to be available. Game Pass is an important component of playing the games on our platform. But to keep games off of other platforms, we don't think is a path that that's not a path for us. It doesn't work for us. What we're doing now, we think really enables us to build the best platform for the world's best games, because the world's biggest games are available in multiple places. And more creators are asking us, how do we stay connected when our game might be playable in all these different places? And we want Xbox to be absolutely the platform that enables that. We think that makes us unique. Most of the other platforms out there are single platform on single device, whether that's PC, whether it's mobile, whether it's a console. And we want Xbox to be a platform that enables creators across any screen that people want to play on.
I hear you. That makes absolutely perfect sense to me. I do think that some fans are a little concerned about, how should I say it, Xbox losing its identity maybe? What would you say to address those concerns from longtime fans?
Well, one, I hear them, right? I'm pretty active in our player base, and I'm active in the community. I listen. I think our identity will continue to evolve, which it frankly always has. But when I hear concerns about, is my library of games safe? Am I still going to be able to play the games? And I think over the years, I'm proud of the commitment we've shown to respecting purchases on our platform through back compat, through cross entitlement, Xbox Play Anywhere, through cross-play, things that we've done to enable people to continue to play. So I hear that. When I think about I see the investments we're making in platform and how we want Xbox to show up in multiple places and your library to be available there. When I think about buy to stream, so if I buy a game, I'll be able to stream it to devices. Like, this is all about making sure that your library of games that you own on Xbox are playable in multiple places. So I'd say it's an evolution of our identity, but I believe it's an identity that this industry needs. When you think about where this industry is now and you see the challenges, the business challenges that are out there for many companies, that I think us keep making games more accessible to more people has just got to be front and center for us as an industry, so we can.
I mean, I'm gonna cut it here real quick. I feel like that's interesting. I keep hearing a lot of talk about making games more accessible to more people, and how the biggest games are accessible on multiple platforms. And while that may be true statistically speaking, um, having hold on, is my audio on? Yeah. Why isn't the music playing? Let me fix this real quick. I think I had a problem. There we go. Um, yeah, having that being your main focus kind of worries me, because I think having a unique identity is what gamers want from the competition, you know? For example, like Sony has their exclusives. I mean, yeah, Sony has multi-platform games that are on multiple different platforms like everybody else, but they also have their exclusives, which is unique to Sony's identity, you know? Xbox, it feels like to me that they're not really confident in their exclusives. And honestly, I can't even blame them. They bought Bethesda, and Bethesda has been shitting the bed. I mean, we had Starfield. Starfield's not a horrible game, but Starfield was not anything like it expected to be. I mean, the Fallout franchise has kind of been falling off lately. I haven't played any of the Fallout games, but what I have been hearing from Fallout fans is that New Vegas was the only one that was really really good, and maybe another title. Everybody has like their personal favorite title, but aside from that, I don't really see the Fallout brand being as popular. So Bethesda almost feels like a waste of money. Halo, don't even get me started on Halo. I'm a huge Halo nerd, huge Halo fanboy. Halo has fallen off incredibly. As soon as Bungie left, Halo just was never the same. 343 Industries has just been ravaging the franchise. Fail after fail after fail. Let's see, Halo 4 horrible, Halo 5 horrible. I thought aesthetically it was fire. A lot of Halo fans didn't like that. I thought it was fire, but numbers wise, sales wise, it didn't do great. Halo Infinite, oh my god, what a way to shit the bed. There were just so many things going wrong behind the scenes, that prevented it from being successful. Things that should have been ironed out long before production even took place. I'm talking about like using contractors as your main source of like programming and infrastructure versus your main team. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous, because what ends up happening is you have a contractor work for a certain period of time and they work on something, and then they leave, and then you hire another contractor to pick right back up where that person left off. There's going to be what's the name? Confusion in development, extreme confusion. And now you multiply that when you have contractors working in a multitude of different positions, critical positions, for production. Everything's just going to fall apart. And that's what we found out with Halo Infinite, is that the reason why the game was undercooked and half baked was because that was the system that they had. They didn't have their dedicated team working on the critical infrastructure. They had contractors working on critical infrastructure, for the system. One huge problem among many other problems that I could talk about for Halo Infinite, but the Halo franchise has just been shitting the bed. So Xbox, I think at this point, the board is like looking at Phil like, yo, like our exclusives are just not hitting. They're just not hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing this for years. We've been trying this for years. It's time for us to try something different. So I agree. I agree with what the sentiment that they're losing their identity. It feels a little bit disappointing to me. I mean, as a Sony PlayStation player, like I prefer PlayStation over Xbox. Look, my PlayStation listening on me. It'll be fun to play the next Halo on PlayStation. It'll feel weird, but it'll be fun. But yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. Like, we need PlayStation to have some serious competition. Like, because the problem is when these companies don't have any competition, that's when they start tweaking. That's when they start doing shit that they don't need to be doing, taking advantage of their player base. Do not give PlayStation and Sony a monopoly. And this is coming from somebody that prefers playing PlayStation games over anything else, honestly, or playing on the console over anything else. But yeah, let's see what he has to say.
See great games that we've seen over the years.
This video was made possible by patrons.
Okay, cool. Yeah, crazy stuff. In a separate interview, Spencer said that Microsoft isn't giving up on its hardware, but that doesn't mean that the company wants to put walls up around its content and studios. Whether it's cloud, whether it's PC, whether it's handheld, whether it's a phone, whether it's PlayStation, even Nintendo, Spencer continued. Expect our games to show up in more and more places. Y'all trying to play Halo on the Switch? I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. Ain't nobody trying to play no Halo on the Switch. That sounds crazy to me. According to the latest rumors, Gears of War and Halo games are also in the works for PS5. I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be fire. I mean, it's gonna be bad it feels like it's gonna be bad for the industry, but it'll be fun not having to buy an Xbox to play these games. And you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to buy an Xbox if they're going to come out on PlayStation. Why the fuck would I buy an Xbox if Gears of War and Halo games are going to come out on PlayStation? That's literally how I'm feeling. I got my PS5 and I'm going to buy the PS6. I do not have any plans, anything going on in my head to buy an Xbox at all. Like, there's zero incentive. So I don't know, man. I feel like Xbox needs to hone in on their identity, really come out the gate swinging for the next generation console. It would be fire though if this was all cap, but it's not. It's not. It's not, because he has to say these things to appease to shareholders, and because really who he's talking to isn't necessarily this dude. And he's not even really talking to us as consumers. Partially, yes, but he's really talking to shareholders, the council, when Spencer does interviews like this, Phil Spencer. So it's unlikely that it's cap, and it's more likely that this is actually what the future is going to be, which makes me nervous for the gaming industry, because I do not want PlayStation to have a monopoly over the market. Jesus Christ. PlayStation, because who's the competition? Nintendo has their niche in their little market that they focus on, and they explode in that area. But for real, competing against Sony, that's not even a conversation. So yeah, expect the PS6 to launch with Xbox titles. Hey, we're playing Gears of War on the PS6, man. Gears of War D-Day. We playing that on the PS6, and we playing the next Halo 7 on the PS6, man. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna keep our eye on that. In other news, sorry, physical game collectors, but a digital-only future looks more likely than ever, as U.S. physical sales has apparently halved since 2021. Boys, it's over. We're cooked. Better hold on tightly to your collection. Things aren't looking good for physical game collectors, as it appears that sales for physical copies have halved in U.S. over the past 4 years. That's kind of ass. Oh, my headphones are making some noises. What does that mean? Oh, hold on. Are we still good? Yeah, what happened to the music though? That's strange. Music cut out for a second. All right. It's been pretty clear that the games industry has been headed towards a digital-only world for a while now. Both Sony and Microsoft opted to release disk drive-less versions of their consoles with the PS5 Slim, Xbox Series S this generation, PS5 Pro, a beefier version of the more popular console. Doesn't have one either, though you can buy one separately, but thanks to some statistics from Circana's Matt Piscatella, that's the name I gotta remember, it's a bit clearer just how close we are to physical games being a complete thing of the past. Well, unless the Switch 2 has anything to say about it. What is the Switch gonna do? What is the Switch gonna do? I'm not trying to talk shit, but I mean, this Nintendo just doesn't have that kind of power. The rate of decline in U.S. physical game software. Da, da, da. So this has been going 2000, huge boom in 2008, and then things just started declining rapidly, and now we are at the lowest ever. Wow. Showing how spending has changed over the years. It peaked way back in 2008, but from then to last year, it's been an 85% decrease. That is a huge number. And trust, when the people in power are looking at this, they're going to say, we need to keep pushing for this digital shit. And trust me, I only buy games digitally. There's no problem with that. But as a gamer, and you want to see the industry thrive, this is something that we should be hitting out against, and we shouldn't be supporting. I mean, it's kind of tough though, because I mean, we're still gonna play games, but and the only way to effectively fight against this thing is through your wallets. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, so it's not like the games industry is doing worse overall. Just forget about these layoffs. I mean, it kind of. It's not about. I mean, the games industry isn't doing worse. We've had some banger games come out, but these layoffs have been crazy. It's not about Piscatella. There is a chance we'll see a difference in 2025 with the release of the Switch too. Okay, well, I'll keep my eye out, and we'll keep our eye out for that. We will keep our eye out for that one.